So Morgan, you know how we're doing a meme off today?
Yes.
And how you're doing the ex-Mormon ones and I'm doing the Mormon ones?
Yes. That is what I planned.
And don't you think it's interesting that you're wearing a black shirt and I'm wearing a white shirt?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's so awesome. Guys, that wasn't even planned, but we are good. Look, we are good. High five for that. Oh man. We're so good, we're bad.
Hello, welcome to my great and spacious world. Look who I have with me today. It's Morgan from My Spiritual Life. You guys, Morgan is so awesome, and I might die in quarantine if I can't see her in person. Okay, so let me catch you up on what's going on. We did a meme off over on Morgan's channel, My Spiritual Life. And so you got to go check that one out. That was part one. Now we hopped on over to my channel. We're doing the Mormon, ex-Mormon meme off part two. Just keep the laughs rolling here.
Yes, yes. Okay, are you ready, Stephanie?
I'm ready.
Let's do
first.
it. Yes.
It's another Disney one. I remember this time.
There we go.
Met at a state conference. Engaged later that night.
Okay, Stephanie, it says met at a stake dance. Do you want to say it again?
Oops, I read it wrong, but I meant to read it that way. Okay, let me tell you why I picked this one. Because John's parents, this is literally John's parents.
Oh,
they met at a stake dance and were engaged shortly after that. Like, they didn't even really go on an official date.
That is so funny. And it's a stereotype that you hear way more often in Mormonism than you do like outside of that. Because like I've known people who knew each other like for 6 weeks and got engaged, like crazy stuff like that. And it's just, you hear about it so much more often in Mormonism than you ever do in anything else. So that meme is very accurate.
I think John and I were engaged in less than 6 weeks.
See, there you go. Hey, I mean, like, I'm not one
You're
to
not judging me.
No, me and Jared got engaged like we met in January. We were married by August, so we're not ones to talk.
Yeah, my parents also met at a stake dance. My mom was in charge of the young adult activities, and my dad was running a DJ business for his brother while his brother was on a mission. Super Mormon story, right? That's how they met. So.
Wow. It's true love.
Okay.
So great. That was a great first meme. Okay, here we go with an ex-Mormon meme. When TBMs, meaning true believing Mormons, so like devout Mormon, are presented with facts but choose to remain in ignorance, all is well, all is well. Okay, I love that because usually that meme, that dog with the fire, it usually says, this is fine. But then instead they took lyrics from a very commonly popular Mormon song, hymn, and all is well. That was so good.
All is well.
That is so good. And it's so accurate too. If like you look at what, like when you were a Mormon, if something like contradictory was presented to you, you would just kind of like, that doesn't make sense, but oh well, God's good. And again, like that's fine. It's fine to have the attitude, but it's kind of funny, like it's how that meme so accurately represents it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And it kind of reminds me of Kendra's during her faith crisis where she's like, the house is on fire, the house is on fire, we all have to get out of Mormonism. You know, and then like no one will listen to her. They're all just sitting in the burning house. All is well.
Yes. And if you don't know who Kendra is, that's one of our really good friends, actually, who introduced us to each other.
And Kendra's been on my channel, so if you want to get to know her, she's all over my channel.
Yes, she's awesome.
She is.
All right, here we go. Moving on to the next meme.
Nobody wants to give a talk, but someone's always willing to give a 20-minute testimony.
Oh my gosh. Stephanie, I almost picked this one for my ex-Mormon memes.
Yeah, that's definitely Mormon.
That is so funny that we both ran into it on different pages. Okay, that meme is hilarious because it's so true. So testimony meeting for Mormons is like when you get up and you give your little testimony at church on Sunday, and anyone in the congregation can do it. They always talk way too long.
Testimony meeting also, you get to do it the first Sunday of every month. Anyone can get up and talk. Yeah, and people do. There's never a quiet moment. Hardly ever a quiet moment. But then anytime someone gives up to give a talk, they're like making jokes about how they avoided the bishopric for like 5 months.
Yes.
Yeah. Or they're like, I forgot about this all week. I didn't prepare it till this morning.
Oh my gosh. Like, oh, some really bad openings. It's always a joke about how they didn't want to give a talk or they didn't prepare the talk or whatever. Like, it's bad. Oh man, that's good. Okay, here we go. Moving on to the next meme. Whoop, hold on. Here we go. What people think a spiritual awakening is like versus what it's actually like. So that you've got the meditation, right? Then you've got, I'm not crazy. Is that not so accurate?
Yes. Well, I don't think that's how my family I think my family perceives it the bottom way.
Oh, yeah. Well, they think you're crazy, but like how you feel. Yeah.
It's the world probably praises spiritual awakenings, but they are not pretty. That's for sure. Yeah.
They are not pretty. I love that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I love the line, I'm not crazy. That sums it up very well.
Oh, yes. So true. Okay, here we go.
For this next one, I have another Hunger Games one because I'm obsessed with Hunger Games.
All right.
How I feel when sustaining someone going into nursery. Na, 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 na.
Oh my God, that's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's so good. Oh goodness, there's so many reasons why that's so good.
Maybe it's every time you get a nursery calling, everyone forgets you're in the ward until you're released 4 years later.
Yeah, I've thought many people were inactive that were just in the nursery for like really long. It's hard. I was in the nursery for 3 years in 3 different wards, and it was bad. Like it was because we were young and like we kept moving around, and they kept putting us in the nursery because they're like, oh, you're young and you don't have kids, so you can be in the nursery. And it was bad. And then we didn't get to know anyone in the ward because we were stuck in the nursery. And oh man,
wow,
there's nothing like trying to teach 2-year-olds about Jesus.
KENDRA was stuck in the nursery too. Her whole adult membership. I was lucky. I escaped to primary.
I liked nursery in some of the wards I was in, but I got burnt out after a while. You know, it's fun. Like I'm all for playtime and snack time instead of like Sunday school. Like I'm all for that.
At the time, you guys weren't even parents, so you had no like parenting skills to draw on.
I think they thought, oh, we'll put them in the nursery since they don't have kids yet because it'll make them want kids. But it did the opposite. It made us not want kids because their kids were bratty.
No. Oh, nursery. No. Wait.
For wherever 2 or 3 gather in my name, there I am with them.
Oh my
COVID-19. I love that so much. I laughed about that one for days. I was like, that was so clever.
Well, at first I was like, wait, you're just quoting a real scripture. What's funny about this? Then I saw the COVID-19. I was like, oh my word.
Yes.
God made COVID.
one is too good. That one is too good. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There we go.
When you're fasting and the kid in front of you has goldfish.
That's just wrong. That's just torture. Why would you do that?
Yeah, we always had to be careful who we sat next to in sacrament meeting because we let our kids have snacks, but we didn't let them have toys. So we couldn't sit next to families that had toys, or our kids would whine the whole time that they don't have toys. And we couldn't sit next to families that weren't allowed to have snacks because then their kids would whine the whole time that they don't have snacks.
Oh, man. The mathematics of like choosing the right church bench like got significantly more difficult because of all that.
Yeah, and we couldn't sit next to the old people because we'd get the looks.
Stephanie, you need to make that look more often. I like that look.
It's like they're trying to be happy and nice, but they're really irritated with you.
Yeah, like really nice irritation. That was poster child, like passive aggressive Mormon look. That was really good. Make that your screenshot. Make it your thumbnail. All right, here we go. Next, share. Okay, so this one, you see, okay, there's Joseph Smith holding the bow where he shot the arrows, and then Farrah Mormon's over there painting targets around where the arrows landed. Oh, so good. That was so good.
Oh my word. Morgan, this is my favorite. Wait, I'm muted. No, I'm not. Not muted. This is my favorite meme that you've chosen.
Oh, good. It's so good because, like, I mean, the apologist view, like, I totally respect it. You know, I respect people trying to come up with answers of, like, oh, look at all the things he did that Joseph Smith did that came true or predicted that came true. And it's, like, it's just so funny because, like, it's a lot of times it feels very forced. And now, again, that's just my bias, but it feels really forced. So that meme is so funny, like with Farrah Mormon being like, look, he was right about this. Like, okay, yes.
And that is exactly how I felt when I was playing the mental gymnastics. Like, no, the church is true. I can figure all this out. Okay, Joseph Smith did this. Okay, here's all the reasons he did that. And then he did this. And here's all the reasons he did this. And then you step back and look at it and you're like, this is a mess.
Yes, that's so accurate. Thank you. That is so accurate.
Thank you for the best meme of today.
It was a good one. It was a good one. All right, here we go.
Mormon great-grandparents be like.
Oh my gosh.
They have so much posterity.
Oh my gosh. So funny. That is so, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to handle this. Okay, everyone calm down. That's so funny.
Aren't Mormons known for those family stick pictures? Like, isn't that classic us?
Yes, and known for big families. So that
we can put that picture up again. I want to evaluate this family.
Yes, let's do that. Oh, where did it go? Share screen. I believe.
Okay, so you got grandma and grandpa had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 kids. They had 9 kids. All their kids ended up not being gay and getting married to other people.
Oh, there's a single one over here. Do you see that?
Oh, ooh. That's why they put them in the shadow. They're like a shame. And look at the shadow on the other side. None of those kids have gotten married and had kids.
Rough.
Shame on them.
Yes.
But yeah.
Oh man, this car is getting messy.
Oh my word. That all of their kids had a crazy amount of kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have counted how many grandkids they had before I showed this slide, but it's a lot. I'm sure family reunions are pretty entertaining.
I'm sure they're terrible.
Loud. Depends if you like loud or not.
Yeah, true. All right, should we do the last Exmormon meme?
Yes, let's do it.
I should have done drum roll for yours, sorry.
No, you're fine.
All right, here we go. What I do when Mormons say I'm missing out on the blessings of paying tithing. He's like wiping his tears with $100 bills. Oh man, that one is so good.
Yes, maybe you saved the best one for last.
Of course I did. I know all about funny. That one's so good. It's funny because they talk about the importance of paying tithing and how you'll be blessed. And it's like, it's so funny how there is this condescending like sadness. They get like, oh man, if only that person would be paying their tithing, like they'd be so blessed for it. And then you're over here like, your money.
Also, during the depths of my faith crisis, I'm like breaking down. I'm like, and someone's trying to comfort me, and they're like, well, look at it this way. Now you got a 10% raise. And I was like, shut up. That doesn't even help.
That's funny. That's true. That's totally another way to look at that. That's so good.
I was like, I'm not worried about money. I'm worried about my damn spirituality.
Hey, you just cussed on your own channel. Oh
no, I can bleep it. It's fine.
I'm gonna tell everyone the truth.
I don't know what to say. Sometimes I cuss.
Welcome to the dark side.
Sorry, Mom.
Love you, Mom. Love you, Stephanie's mom.
You should have let my mom. She's amazing.
Yes. Well, she's got to be because you turned out pretty awesome.
Yes, I agree. But not as awesome as Morgan. Everyone, go over to Morgan's channel. She's got this cool voting system set up that you can vote on over at her channel. If you want to vote on my channel, if you liked the Ex-Mormon memes better, hit the like button. And if you like the Mormon memes better, hit subscribe.
Don't worry, she's not trying to trick you into doing anything.
Yeah, and if you want your vote to matter, go over to Morgan's channel, watch her video, and vote on her cool voting system thingy. But definitely check out Morgan. Definitely check out Ex-Mormon on her channel, My Spiritual Life.
Yes, yay. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I love you.
I love you too. Well, do you want to say goodbye to my great and spacious world?
Goodbye, big world. Okay, I see the thing is recording. I wonder if I can hit record also? Will it like double record? Who knows? Oh, wait, I gotta get the meme ready. The meme's ready. 1 second. Don't do it.
I need to put on Do Not Disturb.
I turned on Do Not Disturb.
Thank you. Okay, cut all that.
I'm missing my clicker.
Oh crap, I should say something funny.
Cut. So yeah, we'll just have you cut this part out. Okay.
Maybe I'll keep it.
Yeah. It's your channel, Stephanie. You do whatever you want.
Okay, I'm keeping it. Okay, here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 3,